I'm Davis DeLillo. I'm the founder of Lightcraft and an aerial cinematographer. So 10 years ago, Andy, Kyle, and I founded Ether Films, and our goal is to produce the highest level quality content that we can. We're all cinematographers and filmmakers, and we just ultimately want to make stuff and push the boundaries in cinematography. And Lightcraft was basically a brainchild of our interest in drones.
My name's Kyle Bullington. I'm the director of the automotive concept that we're executing here, and I'm a co-founder of both Ether Films and Lightcraft. When we kind of were ideating on this concept, we really tried to find ways that we could test some of the new DJI Inspire 3 features and really put them to work in a way that we hadn't really seen done with this drone in the past, and in a way that our other drones can't really replicate.
We offer the best pilots in the world, the best tools in the world. We work on some of the biggest major motion picture films with some of the biggest directors and DPs. You know, we have drones that go 100 miles an hour. We have drones that can fly the Ronin 2. It's ultimately about finding the tool for the job. And the Inspire 3, it's a Swiss Army knife. It can kind of do everything.
Today we're putting all the pieces in place for the shoot that we have going on. We've got 3 different Inspires we're prepping, getting ready, all with the new X9 Air.
My name is Jordan Temkin. I am the lead pilot here at Lightcraft. The Inspire 3 uses a new control scheme compared to the Inspire 2. This is the RC Plus controller. So far, I'm a pretty big fan. It has a big, large, high-bright monitor already built in, and it has every button you'd ever want, fully programmable and customizable, so you can set it up the way you want as a pilot, and the operator can set theirs up as well the way they want.
To be able to work with 8K full frame, both in the air as well as on the ground with these other cameras, it's a dream for me. It's something I've been waiting for a really long time.
We have a DJI transmission on our A camera. The same system is integrated into the Inspire 3. So on the ARM car, we're going to be driving around the dunes, and our video village is going to be able to watch the Ronin 2 as it glides through the sand, and that's important to making sure that we get the shot.
The thing I'm most excited for is the RTK capability on the Inspire 3. With all drones, you have a little bit of play. You'll try and lock a GPS hold, and you'll be bouncing or drifting a little bit within a range. The Inspire 3 with the RTK system should eliminate that completely, and that thing is going to be rock solid in the air.
It's been a dream for us for a while to be able to repeat a shot and do it in different locations. I think that the 3D dolly is really going to be the tool that can actually unlock this in a usable way and is a strong thematic cut point for the whole piece.
You've got a tool that works in a multitude of situations very, very effectively, and we have the ultimate 3 days to put this camera system through its paces. That's just exciting.
It is day 1. We are at Leo Carrillo. Right now we're doing arm car style shots. We can essentially do shots that you would only ever do with an arm car, but it's just cool that we're doing it with the drone. You know, it's one tool that's filling many roles.
So the benefit of using the wheels in these scenarios is I'm able to really have good finesse. In the past with using wireless wheel control, there's always been some sort of latency issues. It's nice now that you're able to take any operator who knows the wheels well, put them in front of the i3 if you're right at home, because it feels like you're operating any other head.
3, 2, 1, action, action.
We didn't have to land and reset in between shots. Being able to stay up and just kind of continuously run the shot was super impressive.
Operating off of the new controller is so much easier than in the past. I hated having the big tablet off the top, but I absolutely love having this beautiful screen integrated straight into the radio. It's got this nice kickstand and a good harness system. It's made it so much more comfortable to fly.
Right now, I mean, if you look in here, we have the X9 broken out from the Ronin 4D, and we're just picking our lensing to go through and do this visual effects shot. We'll basically transport from our location in the Sierras to the beach.
We had our drone basically in the truck bed, about less than a foot or a foot away from the back glass. I really wouldn't feel comfortable flying a heavy lift or even the Inspire 2 that close.
That was probably the most impressive shot of the day for me, just because being able to get that camera in that position and then pull up to that wide so quickly, there's just not another system that can do that.
Today we're at Dumont Dunes. It's hot. I think it's 112 degrees right now.
We'll be setting up a campsite kind of right behind me where we're going to be planning a repeatable route.
We did rehearsal flights to kind of figure out the line that we wanted to take, and I was recording every single flight that we did. So once we got one that we liked, I just clicked go, and I had full control to move forward and backwards on an invisible rail, in essence. We were going a couple inches over the door of the Rivian, and it hit that mark every single time.
We start on a shot of a motorcyclist who's coming back into camp. We slowly back up. The frame kind of opens up into camp. We have a bunch of foreground elements whipping by. We come back to the car and then kind of swoop down past our rider and the tents and ultimately end on fireworks.
I mean, we nailed a pretty amazing oneer in about an hour.
Perfect! Woo! Nicely done.
We shot sunrise at about 6 a.m. this morning. Got a lot of bright light contrasting with a lot of harsh shadows, and the camera and the dynamic range of the X9 really shined. Yeah, very impressed with it.
We also just shot high speed. We were able to expose properly while shooting 60 frames, looking into shadows and the sun, and we had a full histogram. All of the information, all of the data is there. I'm blown away with the range right now. We are in dunes where there are a lot of peaks that are changing in elevation, and we were able to push this drone over a mile and never had one pixel of breakup. So that was extremely impressive to see, and not something I've seen out of a drone carrying a camera of this quality.
We're standing here at base camp, and we're flying all the way to the top of these dunes over there. Really, we can operate in everywhere that we see from right here. And just having the freedom to not worry about our control link or our video link, it's really incredible, and it really just changes how we use the drones.
We're now on day 4 of the shoot, out in the Sierras outside of Tahoe, shooting our kayaking scene. Really the only way that we're going to be able to film anything on the river is with the drones. There'd be no way for us to really get a camera down some of these rapids, so the Inspire 3 is going to come in really handy, getting close, intimate shots with the kayaks, and then also get some really incredible wides as well.
So we're at about 6,000 feet right now, and obviously high and hot situation is difficult for aircrafts. And in the past, we would be running up in temperature overheating, very short flight times, low performance as far as maneuverability. And with the Inspire 3, I mean, we're at what it considers the max of the prop tip, and we don't see any fall off in the operation of the drone.
The Inspire 3 has really opened up a lot of opportunities filming this because it's just so precise. You can trust its altitude hold even with moving water.
Yeah, its deviation under GPS is so minimal, it's just confidence inspiring.
The new Inspire 3 compared to the i2, I mean, the FPV is so much better. You can see what do you call them? Invisible trees?
Yeah, ghost branches.
Ghost branches. So you can't see them at all on FPV, not till it's too late.
Yeah.
But the 03, it works really well.
So typically in an environment like this would be a nightmare for video transmission. A lot of trees, hills, I mean everything, right? Our base camp's gonna be really far from where we're actually shooting. And not only that, but it's below us. So I think this could be maybe the most impressive thing that we've done the whole time.
So we have 3 different 3D dolly orbits that we have to set up today. You know, we have that process fully dialed now, so it's really easy to kind of plop out, set up RTK, get the drone up in the air, and match that orbit perfectly between all of our locations. Nailed it. I think the Inspire 3 is the only tool that can really capture this interactive 3D dolly that we've set up across multiple locations, because its position hold and the programming of the moves is just so seamless. That's just been really impressive. Woo! That's a wrap on our amazing kayak team. Beautiful work, guys. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's a wrap. Congratulations, everybody.
We are now back at the Ether post offices. Over the last day or so, I've been reviewing selects from the shoot and just been super impressed by the quality of the image that's coming out of the Inspire 3. When it came to designing the shot list, it was super ambitious with what we wanted to achieve with the drone, and I didn't feel like at the end of the day we had to compromise anything. It's rare that you feel like you're going into the edit bay with bonus footage, but it really does feel like that, and after reviewing the selects, I couldn't be more confident with our edits.
As I've been reviewing the footage, the one thing I notice is that when the drone is in the air, it's going to be a usable shot. You can really select just about anything. The versatility of the i3 is really impressive as well. The fact that we could get inches from our talent and then pull out to an extreme wide in the same flight, you can't beat it. I think that opens up a lot of opportunities for our DPs and our directors to create some really interesting shots in the future.
So the quality of the image, one of the first things that I noticed was some of the footage came back overexposed. I was able to recover a lot of that information that does exist inside of those Cinema DNG and the ProRes RAWs, and what looked like just a blown out, washed out image just came back and it looks absolutely gorgeous. You don't really have to worry a whole lot about trying to match the cameras between the Inspire 3's X9 and, say, if you're working with Reds or Alexas, it'll match up really, really easily. The Inspire 3, and especially with the X9, it's going to become such a workhorse for all of our productions moving forward.
Getting something brand new out of the box and being able to pull off the same cinematic shots that they're used to doing on big Hollywood features, it was a happy crew.
We were so blown away by the results that we got on this last project, and the team here at Lightcraft will continue to use the Inspire 3 as a workhorse in our fleet, and we're excited to implement and use it on the next project.